Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, fighters of life, welcome. Today I want to talk about a subject that makes everybody's eyes shine brighter than Christmas lights. Something that makes people work day and night. Something that can break friendships, build empires, and even destroy families. Yes, money. Now don't look at me like I'm going to give you free money. If I had free money to give, trust me, I wouldn't be standing here. I would be somewhere on the beach in Hawaii with a coconut in one hand and a fishing rod in the other. But I am not here to give you money. I am here to give you an idea, a perspective, a new way of thinking. The title of my speech is simple. Don't chase money, make money chase you. And I know the moment you heard it, some of you said, Jack, that's easy for you to say. You're already rich. True. But remember, I was not born rich. My family was poor. My father was not a businessman. My mother was not a banker. I was just a skinny Chinese man with bad grades, bad English pronunciation, and even worse fashion sense. And yet somehow money decided to chase me. So the question is, how? And that's exactly what I will share with you today. Let me start with this. Chasing money is like chasing a butterfly. The harder you run, the faster it escapes. And by the time you catch it, you are sweating, tired, and you probably tripped 3 times along the way. Most people spend their lives running after money. They jump from job to job, business to business, trend to trend. Today it's real estate. Tomorrow it's Bitcoin. Next week it's artificial intelligence. And the following month it's selling pineapples on TikTok. The problem is when you are always chasing, you never build. You never grow. You just run in circles. I've seen people say, Jack, I want to be rich. I ask them why. They say, so I don't have to work anymore. That is the biggest joke. If you don't want to work, then even if I give you $1 million, you will waste it in 1 year and come back broke. The truth is, if your dream is to stop working, you will never make real money because money only respects those who respect the work. Let me say it again. Money runs away from lazy people, but it chases people who create value. Listen carefully, my friends. Money is not real. I know some of you are looking at me thinking, Jack, are you crazy? My landlord thinks money is very real. But let me explain. Money itself is just paper, numbers on a screen, coins in your pocket. What gives it meaning is the value behind it. Without value, money is like an empty promise, shiny, but useless. When you create value for others, money follows naturally. It has no choice. If you solve problems for society, if you make life easier, faster, cheaper, or even more enjoyable for people, money will come knocking at your door saying, excuse me, I belong to you now. Look at the richest people in the world today. Elon Musk didn't wake up saying, I want to make billions. No, he said, let's make transportation sustainable. Let's make life multiplanetary. Jeff Bezos didn't say, I want a big yacht. He said, how do I make shopping simple for everyone, even for the laziest guy sitting in his pajamas? Bill Gates, he wanted every desk to have a computer, not every desk to have a wallet full of cash. And me? Honestly, I was just a skinny teacher who wanted small Chinese businesses to sell their products more easily. I didn't know how to get rich, but I knew how to help people. And when people benefit from what you build, money cannot resist you. It chases you like a puppy that refuses to leave your side. So don't waste time asking, how do I make money? That's the wrong question. The right question is, what value can I create that is so powerful, so helpful, so irresistible that money will have no choice but to chase me? Let me share a funny thought. Money is like a shy girl. The more you keep running after her, the more she avoids you. If you keep saying, please, please be mine, she will run away. But if you focus on improving yourself, dressing better, smelling better, becoming more interesting, one day she will notice you and think, maybe I should go to him. Money is exactly like that. When you chase it desperately, it says, oh no, this person is too desperate. He will waste me. Let me hide. But when you focus on improving yourself, developing skills, building networks, and creating solutions, money comes and whispers, excuse me, can I stay with you? That's why I always say, don't beg for money. Build yourself until money begs for you. Young people today, let me give you advice. In your 20s, don't focus on how much money you make. Focus on how much you learn. Because your 20s are not about earning, they are about learning. Some people complain, Jack, my boss is paying me too little. But I tell them, good, because your boss is paying you to learn, not to earn. If you develop the right skills, communication, leadership, technology, problem-solving, money will chase you for the rest of your life. When I started teaching English, I was making $12 a month. $12, that's not even enough to buy one Starbucks coffee today. But because I learned how to communicate, how to connect, how to inspire people, I later built Alibaba, and money chased me from every corner of the world. So remember, salary is temporary, but skills are permanent. Let me tell you something funny about money. It behaves exactly like a cat. If you try too hard to call it, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty," the cat doesn't come. It looks at you suspiciously, flicks its tail, and runs away. But when you sit quietly, enjoying yourself, maybe reading a book or eating noodles, suddenly the cat jumps on your lap. Why? Because cats, like money, are attracted to peace, confidence, and energy, not desperation. Passion works the same way. When you are passionate, people feel it. Opportunities smell it. Even money notices it. But when you're only doing something because of salary, you get tired, bored, and frustrated. You put in the minimum effort, and money senses that laziness. Money doesn't like lazy people. But passion makes you work harder without realizing it. You stay up late, you wake up early, and somehow you're still smiling. That passion creates excellence. And excellence is like perfume. Everyone wants to be near it, even money. When I was young, I loved teaching English. I was broke, but every time I stood in front of students, I felt alive. My clothes were cheap, my pronunciation was terrible, but my passion gave me confidence. People believed me not because I was perfect, but because I truly loved what I was doing. Later, when I started Alibaba, that same passion attracted people, investors, and eventually money. So here is the lesson. Stop chasing jobs only for the salary figure. A high salary can feed your stomach, but passion can feed your soul and eventually your bank account too. Remember this. Chase passion because passion produces excellence, and excellence has a best friend called money. Here's another secret. Money follows trust. If people trust you, money will flow to you. If people don't trust you, even if you're smart, nobody will give you a cent. When I started Alibaba, I had no money. Zero. But I had friends who trusted me. They said, "Jack, you are crazy, but we trust your craziness." That trust became investment. That investment became business. And that business brought the money. If you want money to chase you, build relationships. Treat people well. Be honest. Be humble. Be funny if you can. People like to work with people who make them laugh, not with people who make them cry. Remember this. Riches without relationships are temporary, but relationships will always bring riches. One of the biggest problems I see with young people today is impatience. Everybody wants to be rich instantly, like making noodles in 2 minutes. You start a business today, tomorrow you want investors, next week you want profits, and next month you want to be on Forbes magazine. My friends, life does not work like that. If success were that fast, every taxi driver would already own a private jet. Money hates impatience. It doesn't like people who rush, who panic, who expect miracles overnight. If you look at any great business story, whether it's Apple, Amazon, or Alibaba, none of them were instant. They all took years of hard work, sleepless nights, tears, failures, and persistence. The truth is, money chases those who have the patience to wait, to endure, to keep pushing when nothing seems to work. When I started Alibaba, for 3 years, we made no profit at all. Zero! Every day I woke up thinking, maybe this is the day it collapses. My wife looked at me one evening and said, "Jack, are you sure this thing will work, or do you want to go back to teaching English?" And I laughed and said, "Give me 5 years. If it doesn't work by then, I will stop." That patience kept us alive. By the 5th year, we started to see progress. By the 10th year, Alibaba exploded. And now money is like a crazy dog that chases me everywhere. I cannot hide from it, even if I try. So here is the lesson. Patience is not waiting and doing nothing. Patience is working hard consistently while trusting the process. If you can wait with discipline, eventually money will get tired of hiding and come running to you. Let me tell you something powerful. Income is numbers. Impact is legacy. If you only want income, you will live comfortably. But if you want impact, money will chase you beyond your imagination. Look at people like Steve Jobs. He didn't just make income. He made impact. He changed the way we live, the way we communicate, the way we think about technology. And because of that, money chased him endlessly. If your dream is only to make money, you will make some, but you will not be remembered. If your dream is to make impact, money will come and history will remember you. So my advice, stop asking, how can I make money? Start asking, how can I make a difference? Life is hard, business is harder, but if you can laugh, you can survive. One reason people worked with me in the early days is because I made them laugh. My English was terrible. My business plan was worse, but at least I made people smile. And when people like you, they trust you. And when they trust you, they give you money. So don't always be too serious. Don't walk around with a face like you are attending a funeral. Smile. Crack a joke. Money likes happy people. If you don't believe me, look at the richest people in the world. They all laugh a lot. My friends, if there's one message I want you to take home today, it is this. Don't chase money. Make yourself so valuable, so skilled, so passionate, so trustworthy, and so patient that money has no choice but to chase you. Money is a result, not a goal. Money is a shadow, not the light. If you chase the light, skills, value, passion, impact, the shadow will always follow. So stop running after money like a desperate lover. Instead, work on yourself until money becomes the desperate lover chasing you. Thank you very much.